Ready? Good morning. I'd like to call the June board meeting of the Arkansas State Board of Pharmacy to order. It is 8:35 on Tuesday, June 4th. We'll start with a quick roll call. Mr. Harold Simpson. Here. Dr. Beth Ann Davenport.
Here.
Dr. Rodney Richmond.
Here.
Dr. Lynn Krause.
Here.
Dr. Debbie Mack.
Here.
Dr. Lenore Newsom.
Here.
Dr. Clint Boone.
Here.
We have all of our board members here and a quorum. I'll turn it over, Dr. Kirtley, to our CFO for a review of financials.
Good morning. I do have the financial report for your review. This is as of April 30th, since June 1st was Saturday. So as of April 30th, our fund balance was $2,917,199. If you look at the trend, it's about where it's supposed to be. A little bit less than we was a couple of years ago, but we're still in very good shape. We are in the middle of our database upgrade, and that is going to go into fiscal year 25 a little bit, but it's going very well. Jennifer's meeting with GL like weekly, and they're making very good progress with that. So that's going well. Do you guys have any questions?
Who's DL?
DL is our database software. And we just received a $350,000 capital outlay appropriation to upgrade our database.
Which that outlay hasn't come out yet.
Part of it has.
Yeah, or like half of it has, I think. So when you look at the financials that we do have a little bit of a dip, it's a two-stage process. We've done one of the two. So half of that has gone out. But for us, it's very similar to what you have as Pioneer in your store. Had that database since October of 04. And while we have done some minor updates over the years, in many instances, we have looked at potentially changing databases or anything else, and at risk of losing a great deal of information, this upgrade will have some amazing benefits, not just for the staff, but also for the licensees that we have, including, we're looking at the ability of people to directly apply via the actual application and via the internet to be able to submit all their forms and everything, instead of us having to handle nearly as much paper or people waiting on it to go back and forth.
John, quick question is, on this, I know it says fiscal year-to-date receipts, so I'm assuming that we've received those fines, and licenses, those numbers, we've received that.
Yes. That's since July 1.
That seems small.
It fluctuates. So it might be a little lower than.
Well, and you have to remember, we have some that we have legal challenges on that we won't know or realize until we see what happens in court with. So
yeah, because I was thinking
there's another,
based on some meetings I've been at, it should be a little higher than that.
There's a couple of six-figure sums that are under challenge. So two of them, I think between the two of them, it's $250,000.
So they filed suit in circuit court?
Yep. Filed for appeal.
When will that take place? So I have two appeals that are currently pending in circuit court. Keith Dixon is set to be heard in August, and CVS, those three cases, is set to be heard in October. We're not even yet to the point of writing briefs, so I'll update you when we get further along in the process, but we do have hearing dates for those.
Any other questions or discussion? If not, we'll be looking for a motion to approve the financial report.
Motion to approve the financial report.
Motion from Dr. Krause. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Second from Dr. Newsom. So we have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Passes.
And then the next thing would be the minutes. And that is just two of them from the February board meeting and then a hearing, I believe was in April. Emergency hearing.
Oh, thank you. Oh, sugar.
Just a minute more to look things over. Any questions or comments about the minutes?
Keith Dixon.
Yes. Yes. Yes, that is one set for August in circuit court.
Motion to approve?
Okay,
Second.
we have a motion and a second. All those in favor? Any opposed?
Okay, and just one other thing, I believe the last item under the CFO section is our list of meetings for next fiscal year. And I have some hard copies I'll bring to you all, and you just mark on there what order you would like to attend those meetings and give them back to me. So I'll have them for next year. But thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Dr. Curley, I think the next agenda item we have is reciprocity. So if you're ready for that, I'll turn it over to you.
I'm ready. So what we'll do for all of you that are on Zoom with us, we will call you up in alphabetical order. As most of you have heard when you were here to take your test, we'll do this in different groups. We'll call you up alphabetically, and the board's going to want to know the following four things: who you are, where you are from, where you went to school, and why you are seeking licensure in the state of Arkansas. We'll see if we have any questions. We move from person to person. Please stick around until the end of your group also. So first off, we've got Tyler Allen.
Morning, I'm Tyler Allen. I currently live in Bella Vista, Arkansas. I went to Creighton University. I'm currently practicing in Southern Missouri. And I'm just looking, I want to get my license because I'm looking to keep my options open in terms of floating between the Arkansas market and the Missouri market. I currently work for Walmart.
Any questions for Dr. Allen? All right, Michael Altman.
Hi, my name is Michael Altman. I went to Northeastern University. I live in Westchester County, New York. I have a company that we do companion animal veterinarian medicine for. We're expanding nationally, and that's why we are looking for reciprocity in the state of Arkansas.
And all compounds are companion animal only, no food producing.
No food producing, zero.
Any questions for him? Him? We have a compounding questionnaire about his practice, which would relate to his specific practice and the pharmacy, but for this, it's just the pharmacist. Okay,
Where did he go to pharmacy school?
Northeastern.
Northeastern.
Thank you.
Okay. See, Ann Alvarez. Or Anne Marie.
Sorry. Good morning. I was on mute. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm Ann. I'm from Houston. I went to Texas Southern University. I'm seeking reciprocity so I can work remote order entry for a company called LifePoint.
Okay. Any questions for her? And LifePoint, are you in an office or is that from distance at like home office?
Home office.
Okay. All right. Philip Andrews.
Good morning, Philip Andrews. I graduated from Xavier, Louisiana. I work for
Well, I think we've got more than one microphone going there for you because it's given us a tremendous echo.
Is that okay? Is that okay? Is that okay?
If you've got two devices going, even if you've got the microphone on both of them, it'll give you an echo like that.
You're on, there you go.
There we go.
Every
Let's
time
try. I think that's better.
Is that okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Turn the volume up so I can hear you guys. All right, start over. We good?
There we go.
All right. My name is Philip Andrews. I graduated from Xavier University in Louisiana. I work for InfuCare RX. It's a specialty pharmacy, and I'm applying for reciprocity because of redundancy to the PIC.
Okay. Any questions for Dr. Andrews? See none. Elizabeth Beard.
Good morning. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Beard. I'm seeking reciprocity for my company called PetNet. We do radiopharmaceuticals, and we're wanting to seek reciprocity to support our location in Little Rock, Arkansas. I went to the University of Texas at Austin for pharmacy school.
And where'd you do your nuclear training?
We did it through University of UAMS. I have to look up what the acronym stands for. It's been a little bit.
University of
look it
Arkansas
up.
for Medical Sciences, right here. in
Okay,
Little Rock.
yes, yep, that's right, that's right.
Any questions for Dr. Beard? All right, Paul Bricker.
Good morning. My name is Paul Bricker. I am from actually Southwest Missouri. I live in Monette. Went to school at University of Missouri, Kansas City, and I just recently accepted the directorship at Berryville, Arkansas for Mercy.
Any questions for him?
Welcome.
Welcome to Arkansas.
Hi, Debbie.
Stephen, is it Brering?
Broring, yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yep. My name is Stephen Broring. I work for a company called GoGo Meds in Southgate, Kentucky, which is about 10 minutes south of Cincinnati. Like I said, it's a mail order, so we're just seeking redundancy also for our PIC, and I went to the University of Kentucky.
All right. Any questions for him? All right. Nikita Brown.
Good morning. My name is Nikita Brown. I reside in Grand Prairie, Texas. I attended Texas Southern University, and I am seeking reciprocity for current mail order services through Carolina RX via Elevance Health.
Any questions for her? Nikita, how do you guys let the patients know that you're associated with their PBM under our Rule 7?
How do we let them know? We provide them with services 24 hours. They can reach the call center 24 hours, 7 days a week with a 1-800 number.
I'm sorry, there's a requirement that you notify the patient that you're associated with their pharmacy benefits manager? If you're
Yes, we
associated with-
only currently serve our clients, no outside clients.
That's what I thought. I thought that these
No, we
Carolina
don't
only.
service- Yeah, only Anthem, which used to be Blue Cross Blue Shield clients.
Okay. Any other questions for her? Richard Lee Brown.
Hey, I'm Richard Brown. I'm from Chattanooga, Tennessee. I went to school at Mercer University and seeking reciprocity for an independent pharmacy. We're basically trying to set up a mail order service, so we're expanding out to different states, and Arkansas was one of that. We saw potential in, and we want to expand to you guys.
Anything specific you guys are specializing in?
We're not specifically specializing in anything. We just take care, well, we have a good relationship with doctors' offices. So we build that relationship where we kind of help them, with the medications that they're having trouble getting. So we have direct contracts with some of the manufacturers where we can get medications that are on short supply a lot easier than, from say Amerisource or something like that.
Okay. Other questions for him? All right. Stacy Bryce.
Hi, I'm Stacy Bryce from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I graduated from Northeast Louisiana University, which is now ULM. I am here for PIC redundancy for a mail order that I work for Main Street.
Any questions for her? All right, Rachel Chang.
Good morning. My name is Rachel Chang. I am currently residing in Orange, California. I went to school at Marshall B. Ketchum University here in Fullerton. I am looking to get reciprocity for my work, just as a redundancy as well. I currently work for AmeriPharma Specialty Care. We currently do medium risk compounds and also specialty infusions and medications for our patients.
All right. Any questions for her? Thomas Chin.
Hi, my name is Thomas Chen. I went to school at the University of Colorado. I work out of Equita Pharmacy based out of Kirkland, Washington. Reason I'm seeking licensure is because for backup redundancy, we're a mail order compounding pharmacy that ships into Arkansas as well.
And I see it talks about sterile and non-sterile. Is it all going direct to patient or do you ship to other locations?
Direct to patient.
Okay. That's the right answer in Arkansas.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions for Dr. Chin? All right, Sue Chung.
Hi, good morning. My name's Sue Chung. I'm from Pennsylvania. Graduated from Philadelphia College of Pharmacy in Philadelphia. And I currently work at a company called Biomatrix Specialty Pharmacy. And I am seeking licensure for to be the backup to the PIC.
Any questions? All right. Adele, are you on?
Yes, I'm on. Hello, everybody. Good morning. I'm Adele Chimi Lagwood. I am a pharmacist based out of Kansas City, Kansas. Graduated from the University of Kansas. I work as an agile healthcare pharmacist for Walgreens, supporting Region 20. I cover areas 92 and 95, which spans through Kansas, Missouri, some of Arkansas, and Illinois. We work to support our pharmacists on all things pharmacy operations. And as part of the requirement for me to be able to get into our stores in Arkansas, I am seeking reciprocity today.
Any questions for her? All right, Michael Cipriano.
Good morning. My name is Michael Cipriano. I currently reside in San Luis Obispo, California. Originally from Illinois, I went to pharmacy school at the University of Illinois. I currently work for Common Spirit Health here in California, but I'm moving into a regional position which will sort of offer operations support to the directors of pharmacy and PICS throughout the system, and some of that in Arkansas as well, where there's a couple of facilities. So that's why I'm seeking reciprocity.
Any questions for him? All right, I've got James Cola.
Hi, my name's Jim Cola. I reside in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I went to school at the University of Toledo, and I'm seeking reciprocity. I work for Panther Rare Pharmacy based out of Pittsburgh, seeking reciprocity to be redundant to the PIC.
Any questions?
What's rare and special? Tell me as far as the pharmacy goes, some of the things you dispense that's rare and specialty.
So some of the, I mean, it's there, are dispensing drugs to patients with rare diseases. So some of the medications, Strensiq, Lupkynis, people that, less than 200,000 patients that have the diseases, that's what we specialize in.
Thank you.
Give me just a second. I'm gonna make sure I had one on one list, but not another, and we'll see if they are on. They are not. Right. Grace Collinson.
Good morning. My name is Grace Collinson. I currently live in Northwest Arkansas. I went to school at Northeastern University in Boston, and I'm seeking reciprocity because I currently have moved to Arkansas and I cover Arkansas at Walmart Home Office.
Dr. Mack has requested a regrade of your test. Any questions for Grace?
Grace, I wouldn't do that.
All right, Brandon Conaway.
Hey everyone, my name is Brandon Conaway. I'm from Jackson, Tennessee, and I went to pharmacy school in Union University College of Pharmacy, also in Jackson, Tennessee. I'm currently practicing at the Memphis VA in Memphis, Tennessee, and I'm an internal med and MICU pharmacist. The reason I'm seeking licensure through reciprocity in Arkansas is my girlfriend just graduated med school, and she's going to be at UAMS doing residency for like 3 to 5 years. And so I'm looking to relocate, and I just wanted to have my license when I went ahead and applied for positions in Little Rock or Arkansas.
Any questions for Dr. Conaway? He's not here. All right, Samuel Conover.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I'm Sam Conover. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana, I graduated from Purdue University and I currently work for Amazon Pharmacy. I'm seeking licensure in Arkansas to serve as redundancy to our PIC.
Any questions for him? All right. Duan Dang.
Good morning, members of the board. My name is Yuan, otherwise known as Damien Dang. I am a current resident of Los Angeles, California, and an alumnus of the University of the Pacific in Stockton, California. I'm seeking reciprocity so that I can provide interim coverage for one of our managed accounts here in Mena, Arkansas. I work for Cardinal Health. I think that's it.
Any questions for him? Welcome to Mena.
Thank you.
Sarah, and I'm going to let you pronounce your last name before I butcher it. I see you on, let's see.
Can you hear me?
There we go.
Okay, sorry. Good morning. My name is Sarah Dekargani, and I'm a foreign pharmacist graduate from Germany. I moved to Little Rock about 2 years ago from California, and I'm ready to get back to work.
Any questions for her? Welcome to Arkansas.
Thank you.
Alexander Dixon.
Hey, yes, good morning. I am currently in Jackson, Mississippi. I work for a company called Vital Care Pharmacy. We actually have a location here in Little Rock. I'm seeking reciprocity for backup for the PIC, also to play a role in possible just support for the location here in Arkansas. I went to Ole Miss School of Pharmacy. I think that's all the questions.
Any other questions for him? All right. Andrew Doan.
Hello, good morning. My name is Andrew Doan. I'm from Houston, Texas, and I went to school at the University of Houston. I'm seeking reciprocity to serve as the backup to the PIC of our company called Premier Professional Pharmacy.
Any questions for him? And all compounds going direct to patients?
Yes, sir.
All right. Aaron Douglas.
Good morning. I'm Erin Douglas. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. I went to the University of Tennessee. I'm currently working for CVS Specialty, and I'm seeking licensure to be backup to the PIC.
Any questions for her? All right, with no questions, that's the end of group one.
So we'll be looking for a motion to approve this cohort of reciprocity candidates.
So moved.
Thank you, Dr. Newsom. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Dr. Boone. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Reciprocity.
Yep. So for all of you that have just been approved by the board, as a reminder, do not forget your CE requirements of 30 hours total. 12 must be live hours. 12 must be ACPE accredited. If you ever have any questions on that, please let us know. We will do a 100% audit at the end of each biennium. Also, now that you are going to be pharmacists in the state of Arkansas, many of you have heard previously, we do have a closed pharmacist Facebook group of Arkansas Pharmacists Q and the AND symbol A that actually will have different discussions about happenings in Arkansas if you're interested. We also have a very active Arkansas Pharmacist Association, especially if you're living in Arkansas. If you had any interest in kind of current news and events in the state of Arkansas, they're actually hosting their annual meeting the next couple of days here in our state. Anybody else? All right, we will give you guys a couple minutes to roll off. And what time is our next group supposed to be here? I usually have times on here. All right, we'll see you guys later and we'll let our next group roll on real quick. (9:06). We will take a quick break back at 9:15 for our second reciprocity group.
Hello.
Hello,
How's it going? How are you?
I'm good.
Section 2 of our reciprocity, just as a reminder, we will call you guys up alphabetically. Please stick around until the end of the group. We will want to know the following 4 things from you. We'll see if the board members or staff have any questions for you at that time. Who you are, where you are from, where you went to school, and why you are getting a license in Arkansas. So first off, we have Stephanie Eckert.
Hello, I'm Stephanie Eckert. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, and went to the University of Cincinnati for pharmacy school. Currently, I am a pharmacy manager of operations for Carillon Mail Order Pharmacy and looking to get licensed in Arkansas so we can help service the patients of the great state of Arkansas.
Any questions for Dr. Eckert?
Sooner the better.
All right. James Edwards.
Good morning. James Edwards, Metairie, Louisiana, University of Mississippi, 1985. I work for Adapt Healthcare. Primarily, we do continuous glucose monitoring supplies. The company would like to seek an out-of-state license so we can service patients in Arkansas.
Any questions for Dr. Edwards? All right. Catherine Everly.
Good morning. My name is Catherine Everly. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. I went to the University of Missouri, Kansas City School of Pharmacy. I'm seeking license in Arkansas. I work for Optum on their home and community side, and so I'm seeking license to be able to provide clinical pharmacy services to the patients in Arkansas.
Any questions for her? All right. Michael Fellow.
Yes, Mike Fellow here. I'm a resident of Wheaton, Illinois. I received my B Pharm from University of Illinois and my PharmD from Midwestern University. I'm seeking reciprocity to relocate to Arkansas.
Where are you moving to?
Somewhere near Rogers.
Okay. Any questions for him? All right, Crystal Flaherty.
Hi, my name's Crystal Flaherty. I graduated from Sullivan College of Pharmacy, and I'm seeking licensure in Arkansas because I'm the pharmacy director at Onco 360 Pharmacy, and we service patients in all 50 states.
Any questions for her? Stephanie Gaston.
Hey, good morning. My name is Stephanie Gaston. I live in Portland, Oregon. I graduated from Oregon State University and seeking licensure. Oh, I work for Art and Health, seeking licensure for PIC redundancy.
Questions for her? All right, Kirsten, is it Gillily?
Giluli.
Right.
My name's Kirsten Giluli. I am from Fulton, Missouri. I work for a cash model pharmacy in Columbia, Missouri called NextRx Pharmacy. I went to St. Louis College of Pharmacy, also University of Health Sciences now, whatever they're going by these days. We are seeking licensure in Arkansas to be able to expand our reach to patients and spread the savings throughout the country. So we are just working on getting licensed in all 50 states for that.
And I'm guessing there are no controls involved in your cash model.
There's some, but it's not something we tend to do a lot of, especially when it comes to mailing.
All right. Jonathan Hamer.
Hey, good morning, everybody. My name is Jonathan Hamer. I'm in Dallas, Texas, from California. Sorry. I went to University of Maryland School of Pharmacy, and I have recently started my own pharmacy in Dallas, Texas, and I would like to be able to ship to all 50 states. No controls.
No controls. What's unusual about your pharmacy?
Not much. I've been PIC for everybody else, and I didn't like the way they do it, and I sick of having my name there, so I wanted full control.
There you go. All right, Sean Hatfield.
Hey, good morning. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, hey, I'm from Tampa, Florida. Graduated from Philadelphia College of Pharmacy, seeking licensure in Arkansas to be backup PIC at Fresenius RX.
Any questions for him? All right. Austin Hine.
Hi, my name is Austin Hine. I'm currently living in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm an emergency medicine pharmacist at one of the HCA TriStar hospitals by Nashville. I went to Ohio Northern University, and my wife and I are looking to relocate to Northwest Arkansas. She currently works for Walmart, so just being close to the headquarters.
Okay. And I bet we can go on to Mallory.
Yep.
Mallory, you with us?
Sorry, I was muted.
There you go.
Hi, I'm Mallory Hine. I went to Ohio Northern University. I am from Nashville, Tennessee. I'm currently a pharmacy manager at Walmart, and I'm just looking to relocate to Northwest Arkansas.
Any questions for either of them? Yeah, welcome to Arkansas.
Thank you.
Jacob Hofer.
Yep. Hi, my name is Jacob Hofer. I'm from Cincinnati, went to University of Cincinnati. I work at a mail order pharmacy called Go-Go Meds in Northern Kentucky, Newport area. And I'm seeking licensure to be a backup pick.
Any questions for him? I think they're both backup.
If you were talking about Steve earlier this morning, he's backup as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eric Horton.
Hi, good morning. My name is Eric Horton from Louisville, Kentucky. I went to Sullivan University. I work at PharmaCord and looking to be licensed in Arkansas just to serve as the backup PIC for Arkansas purposes.
And PharmaCord is mainly patient assistance programs, correct?
That's correct. We're the dispensing pharmacy for quite a few patient assistance programs.
All right. Kaylin Huffaker.
Hi, good morning. My name is Kaylin Huffaker. I am from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. I went to school at Texas Tech University Health Sciences Center, and I am looking to get licensed in Arkansas to help serve as backup coverage for Cardinal Health Nuclear Pharmacy in Fayetteville and in Little Rock.
And where did you do your nuclear training through?
It was through Cardinal Health's internal program.
Okay. Chelsea Husted.
Good morning. I'm Chelsea Hustad. I live in Madison, Wisconsin, and I went to pharmacy school at the University of Wisconsin in Madison. I'm seeking licensure in Arkansas due to my desire to provide patients in Arkansas access to specialty medications at an affordable price.
And who do you work for?
I work for Lumicera Specialty Pharmacy.
And you're already aware they're not eligible for licensure in Arkansas. I think we had that discussion.
Yep, I'm aware. I don't know that I understand it, but I am aware.
I got you. Any questions for her? All right, Tyler Engel.
Good morning, Tyler Engel from Cincinnati, Ohio. Graduated from Ohio Northern University. Worked for Carolina Rx Pharmacy as well, and getting licensed to serve a backup pick, service patients in Arkansas.
Any questions for him? Ivano Kashat.
Hey, good morning, everyone. My name is Ivano Kashat. I went to pharmacy school at Fair State University in Big Rapids, Michigan. I work at University Pharmacy, currently looking for licensure so we could ship to patients and service patients in Arkansas.
And mainly all non-sterile?
Majority of is non-sterile. We do some sterile compounding as well.
Okay. And all shipped direct to patient?
Yeah, shipping direct to patient. And I know we talked about that. No pickup sites in Arkansas.
Any other questions for him? All right, Sarah Nolhoff.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I live in Wheaton, Illinois. I graduated from UIC, University of Illinois at Chicago, and I am getting licensed in Arkansas. I work in specialty pharmacy to counsel Arkansas patients.
Any questions for her? Cynthia, oh, go ahead.
So how does that work? Remote counseling for other pharmacies? That's just to satisfy their requirements.
So
yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, sure. We work for hospitals, so we don't have any actually in Arkansas currently, but we have some patients who live in Arkansas that go to hospitals in Missouri. So sometimes we will counsel them over the phone about their medication if they pick it up from that pharmacy.
So how does that work with our laws where we're requiring our pharmacists to counsel, the dispensing pharmacist to counsel?
So in this situation, because the hospital would not be able to ship into the state of Arkansas, if the patient picks it up there, I don't know exactly what Missouri law says. We would require counseling at the point of pickup or before, not afterwards. So it's a mystery to me. Okay. So are these patients that have already picked up medication previously, or is they're like coming to the hospital and you're expecting them to?
Right. So we call them before they pick the medication up. So we call to basically set it up when they're going to come in to pick it up. So it's all done before they get the medication. So we don't call anyone after, it would be before.
Okay, Cynthia, is it Kobalak?
Yes.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Cynthia Kobolak. I am from the Metro Detroit area, currently living in Clawson, Michigan. I went to Harding, and I'm currently seeking reciprocity for CVS specialty here in Troy, Michigan, as backup for our PIC.
You could have just got licensed while you were here.
I know I should have, hindsight's 2020.
Any other questions for her? All right, Nicole Lang.
Hi, I am Nicole Lang. I'm originally from Texas. I now live in Oklahoma. I went to Texas Tech in Lubbock and then Amarillo. And I work for Farm Care in Durant, and we are long-term care. We don't currently serve any homes in Arkansas, but we are licensed in Arkansas. So I am going to serve as their PIC for Arkansas.
Any questions for her? All right, Stephen LaTourette.
I'm Stephen LaTourette. I'm from New Jersey, and I went to the University of Rhode Island, seeking licensure in Arkansas to be 50 state licensed compounding pharmacy. So to be the PIC for our Arkansas license.
And sterile and non-sterile going out of state?
Yes, but to Arkansas, we do a very minimal amount of sterile, so nothing going sterile to Arkansas. Mainly steriles in the state.
And all direct to patients?
Yes.
Any other questions for him? Okay. Elisa Liker. Have Elisa with us. I do not see her in our group. So Quan Loong.
You hear me now?
There we go.
I'm sorry. This is Elisa Liker. I'm from Overland Park, Kansas. I went to the University of Kansas, and the reason I'm seeking licensure in Arkansas is that I'm wanting to retire and work part-time in the Eureka Springs area.
Any questions for her? Welcome to Arkansas. Yeah. I bet we got some folks put you to work up there.
I'm hoping.
Yeah. Quan Lung.
Hi, Quan Long. I go by Katrina, and I'm from Columbus, Ohio. Went to The Ohio State University. I worked at Gift Health. We are a mail order pharmacy. We're currently licensed in every state except Arkansas. So my boss is happy that I'm doing this.
And what's weird about Gift Health?
So we started as a healthcare startup, bought our first independent pharmacy here in Columbus, Ohio, back in December of 2020. I started a month later. We have since expanded to 3 different locations. Originally not going to do a big mail order pharmacy, but it happened. Now we are a mail order pharmacy licensed in almost every state.
Okay. Any other questions for her? All right, Andrew Losh.
Hi, my name's Andrew Losh. I live in Fishers, Indiana, which is a suburb of Indianapolis. I went to Butler University, and I'm seeking licensure in Arkansas as a backup pick license.
Any questions? All right, Erica, is it Luton?
It is Luton. Good job. Hi. My name is Erica Luton, and I currently live in Mesa, Arizona from Tucson. Went to the University of Arizona down in Tucson for pharmacy school. I'm seeking licensure in Arkansas because I am the pick of a compounding pharmacy that is working on getting licensed in all 50 states. We're not currently licensed in Arkansas, but I'm getting licensed to start that process.
Sterile, non-sterile?
For our shipping out of state, it's mostly non-sterile. We do have a sterile operation in state that we're working on moving towards USB 800 and 797 compliance. Arizona hasn't started enforcing that yet. So we're not shipping much of our sterile product out of state right now. But we're working on getting all of that in line to start doing that in the future.
And all direct to patient, or are you shipping to clinics?
In state, we do provide some shipment to clinics for like infusion meds, but it's all like patient specific for that.
Okay. Any other questions for her?
What about what you ship? Is it
all direct
to patient?
Do you mean like anything that goes through the mail?
Yes, ma'am. Anything you ship to Arkansas, is it direct to patient or is it going to clinics?
We're not shipping anything to Arkansas right now. In other states, we do ship to some clinics, but most of our out-of-state shipping is patient specific. And if that's required in Arkansas, then we can absolutely stick to that. We're looking for mostly patient expansion.
Yeah. There are very few things that can be sent to clinic, and you've actually described one of them. That would be if there's an infused drug. Like if you had, I'll give an example we all understand, Remicade that has to be infused, or Vivitrol that can only be given in a clinical setting due to the fact it's a deep IM. But any other medications intended to be for self-administration, those go direct to patients. Otherwise, you would be operating a pickup station under our rules, which would be a violation.
Sure. Yeah, and then we can certainly adhere to that. Like I said, most of our shipping out of state is to patients anyway. That's the area that we're looking to expand mostly.
Okay. That is the end of this group.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Kirtley. So do we have a motion to approve this group? Thank you, Dr. Richmond. Second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Dr. Mack. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
So real quick for you guys, the board has approved all of your reciprocity applications. Remember a couple of things, please. We do have specific CE requirements, 30 hours each biennium. 12 of those hours must be live. 12 of those hours must be ACPE accredited. We do a 100% audit each biennium. We're going through it right now, and I don't know, I think it's about 7% of the pharmacists for the state did not have their CE, and they are facing some non-disciplinary agreements now if they will agree to it. If not, they'll be before the board at a future date. A couple of other quick things. As Arkansas licensed pharmacist, you'd be welcome to join. There's a closed pharmacist Facebook group, Arkansas Pharmacist Q and symbol A, that exchanges some different information about goings-ons in Arkansas. As well as, especially if you're living in the state, we have several state associations that are very active. The Arkansas Pharmacists Association annual meetings actually start on Thursday this week, but they share a lot of information within the state as well as to what is going on. With that, we will let you guys roll off. For the board, our next group is scheduled for 9:45, so we've got about 8 minutes. 9 minutes.
Okay, we'll take a quick break till 9:45.
We'll take a quick break. Back on at 9:45.
How are you?
All right, guys, we are ready for our 9:45 reciprocity group. As a reminder, for any of you that did not hear this when you're here to take your test, the board is going to want to know the following 4 things from you: who you are, where you are from, where you went to school, and why you are getting a license in Arkansas. Please stick around to the end of the group. We'll have a couple of announcements as the board will also vote for the group as a whole. So first off, we have, let's see, Cree Maloney.
Yeah, I am Cree Maloney. I am from, I live in Lolo, Montana, but I work down in Victor, Montana, just south of Missoula. I went to the University of Montana here in Missoula. And I'm kind of taking over as pick in a mail order pharmacy here in Montana.
And what's unusual about Ridgeway Pharmacy?
We're independently owned, started out as a small little tiny pharmacy that kind of just kept growing, and we're licensed in all 50 states. We've kind of done different contract stuff with different telehealth companies, but kind of in all the little things, but no like big, no compounding, no specialty meds really. Yeah, we just do a little bit of everything. Nope, no controls either.
Okay. Any other questions for him? All right, Tanya Manoni.
Hi, I'm Tanya Manoni. I live in Chattanooga, Tennessee and work in Chattanooga, Tennessee. That's where I'm from as well. I did attend school at University of Utah and lived out there for 13 years and came back to Chattanooga when I started having my kids. And I work for Designer Drugs Pharmacy, and I'm seeking licensure in Arkansas because of license redundancy for future PIC, basically.
And all shipments go direct to patients, not to clinics?
I did pull up our basically shipments into Arkansas over the last year and a half and got with my clinical liaison team. It sounds like we have one provider we were shipping to clinic, but I sat in a little bit on the previous meeting. So I'm having her call them right now. So there was only one provider that we were shipping to clinic, but we will change that. And they were doing clinic administration of the medication, which is why we felt okay with it. It is prescription per patient because we are a 503A compounding pharmacy. So each prescription is labeled for that patient and was being administered in-house. But we will change that.
Yep. Problem is, if it's a self-administrable medication, that patient's never going to see your information, any hazard information, or be responsible for their own storage of it. So that would be a pickup station for us.
Sure. Okay. Understood.
Yeah. Any other questions for her? Gregory Maresh. Is Greg with us? I see.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes. Good morning. My name is Greg Marsh. I graduated from University of Houston and from Houston, Texas. I currently work for Cardinal Healthcare. We do remote order entry for long-term care, a lot of rural hospitals, things of that nature.
Okay. Any questions for him? All right, Donald Marlowe.
Hi, my name is Don Marlowe. I went to school at the University of Chicago. I currently live in Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm getting my Arkansas license for PIC redundancy.
Questions for him? I believe they have an application pending. We've had some discussion over emergency services and in Arkansas, the ability to supply bulk medications or stock medications to certain facilities is different than other states. Anybody else? Daniel McMullen. I'll say again, Daniel, you with us? I do not see Daniel with us. All right, moving on. Michaela, is it Milau?
Yeah, Maylao.
Milau.
So yeah, hi, I'm Michaela Maylao. I was born and raised in Phoenix, Arizona, which is where I currently live. I went to school in at Midwestern, Glendale campus, obviously. And I work for Optum. I'm currently seeking licensure as PIC redundancy. We do 503A compounding.
Okay. And all going direct to patient?
Well, as of right, so we're licensed in all 50 states, and I think as of right now, we just are a backup plan for one of your VA facilities. So yeah, I'll have to look into that as far as direct to patient.
Okay.
But we won't ship not direct to patient.
There you go. Anybody else? All right, Shelby Mills.
Hello, my name is Shelby Mills. I'm from Lexington, Tennessee. I went to school at Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. I currently reside in Bentonville, Arkansas. I work at Walmart's home office, so I just would like to get licensed in Arkansas since I currently reside here and in case I'm ever needed in the field.
Questions for her? All right, welcome to Arkansas.
Thank you.
Michael Mobley.
Hi, everyone. I'm Michael Mobley. I went to school at FAMU College of Pharmacy in Tallahassee. I opened a independent pharmacy about 8 months ago. We're seeking licensure in all 50 states. We currently have 39, and we are intending to be a fulfillment pharmacy for Amazon or companies like Amazon. So we're in that process. We're still in talks, but we are attempting to get all states in the country.
Okay. Any questions for him? Go back and try Daniel McMullen again. It's a Google Pixel, should be on here somewhere. Well, my staff told me that he's on here, but I do not see him. We will keep going then. See, Jason Mullins.
Hi, how's everybody doing? I'm Jason Mullins, currently live in Gray, Tennessee. I attended Gatton College of Pharmacy in East Tennessee, and I finished my nuclear training through UAMS and UNM. Currently work for Precision Nuclear under the umbrella of PharmaLogic. And the reason we're trying to get licensed in Arkansas is to provide PET, specifically PET doses to Arkansas.
Any questions for him? Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. I know you mean nuclear, but some people might go, well, what does a nuclear pharmacy have to do with pets? So
Understood. Yeah. So you have spec pharmacy and you have PET pharmacy. What you're looking for, spec pharmacy is single photon emission computed tomography, which means gamma radiation, more or less. And then we have PET, which is positron emission tomography, So just a little bit heavier positron that's being emitted, and those are picked up by specialized cameras similar to X-rays. Only we're doing organ studies, tumor studies, and the like.
Yeah. We'd ask you to explain some more to us, but I don't know that it would help.
Probably not.
Thank you.
No problem.
McMullen, are you able to get off mute now? There we go.
I am sorry about that, guys. My name is Daniel McMullen. I work for Azina Specialty Pharmacy in Dublin, Ohio. I graduated from University of Findlay, and I am seeking reciprocity for PIC redundancy.
And I'm sorry, Daniel, what is the pharmacy?
Azina Specialty Pharmacy.
Okay. That's changed since your application?
It may have been.
Oh, there it is. I see it now. Azina. Okay.
Yeah.
And what is different about Azina?
We are primarily focused on servicing, providing a little bit better service than the big guys. We're a little bit higher touch, more white glove, a little bit better contact for our patients and providers.
Is it full line specialty? Do you guys have a specific niche that you're in? Controls, non-controls, injectables?
No, just pretty much anything that we're able to service. Not currently doing controls. We have a little bit of everything: derm, hemonc, GI, room. So anything we can service, pretty much everything, as long as we have access to the medication.
Okay. Any other questions for him? All right, we'll go back down to Nora Nance.
Good morning. I'm Nora Nance. I am located in the Dallas-Fort Worth area of Texas. I graduated at the University of Texas at Austin in pharmacy school. I work for Village Lane Apothecary. We're in Colleyville, if anyone knows where Colleyville is. We compound medications that are patient specific, mostly testosterone, which is a Schedule 3, sent out to low T centers. I believe we have a couple in Arkansas. And I'm the PIC here, and I is planning on being PIC for our Arkansas patients.
Patient specific?
Yes.
Then those need to be going direct to patients, end users under DEA rules and ours, unless the patients are meeting your delivery there at the center.
No, they don't. We ship everything out to the patient.
Okay. Any other questions for her? All right. New Win.
Good morning. My name is New Everly Wynn. I am from New Orleans. I went to Xavier University, graduated from there, and moved to Houston a little bit over a year ago. I started working with Onco 360. We are an oncology pharmacy mail order, but we do have a handful of patients locally here in Houston that pick up their medication here.
Okay. Any questions for her? All right, Kyle Oborn.
Hey, good morning, everybody. My name is Kyle Oborn. I currently live in Salt Lake City, Utah. Attended school back in 2018 at Roseman University here in South Jordan, Utah as well. I work for Jace Medical or Jace Pharmacy. We're under Jace Medical. And that's why we're seeking licensure in Arkansas to be able to ship non-controlled medications direct to patient.
And what's different about Jace Pharmacy?
So they focus on mostly emergency preparedness, making sure patients have access to their prescriptions that they may take daily or that they may need in an emergency. So that's really what they try to focus on. We try to make sure we utilize all manufacturers and wholesalers to get patients what their daily med is.
Any other questions for him? All right, Laura O'Connell.
Laura O'Connell. I graduated from Massachusetts College of Pharmacy in Boston, Massachusetts. I currently live in Billerica, Massachusetts. I work for Freedom Fertility. It's a division of Cigna's specialty pharmacy. And I'm seeking licensure for PIC redundancy.
Any questions for her? All right, Brian Parker.
Yeah, hey, I'm Brian Parker. I'm from Lexington, Kentucky. I went to the University of Kentucky. This past year, I moved down to Dallas. I actually live in Colleyville, Texas. It was weird to hear that on here. It's a small world. But I moved down here to open the new Chewy Pharmacy location, and we're hoping to ship into Arkansas also.
Any questions for him? All right, Smitaben Parmar.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Smitaben Parmar. Sorry, I have a cold, so I'm a foreign pharmacy graduate from India. I live in Florida. I work for independent pharmacy, and they are in future planning to apply for Arkansas, and I want to have an option to be PIC or backup at that time.
Any questions for her? All right, we've got Willie Payne.
Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Willie Payne. I'm from the DFW area. I live in Little Lamb, Texas. I went to school at Albany College of Pharmacy in Albany, New York, and I am looking to seek a license in Arkansas as the backup PIC at Village Lane Apothecary in Colleyville, Texas.
And all shipments direct to patients, correct?
That is correct.
A lot of times we'll have multiple people go ahead and just get their backup status. Cross coverage.
We already did.
Anybody else? All right, Stefania Perticone.
Hi, good morning. My name is Stefania Perticone. I graduated from Palm Beach Atlantic University in West Palm Beach, and I am the pharmacist in charge for the Florida lab for Mixed Lab Pharmacy. We're a veterinary compounding pharmacy. And we're seeking licensure in Arkansas just for redundancy, since our other labs do have that.
And all companion animal is my guess.
Yes.
Any other questions for her? All right, Rebecca Pollock.
Yes, hello. My name is Rebecca. I went to school at Fairleigh Dickinson University in New Jersey. I currently work at Roe and seeking licensure for the non-resident PIC requirement.
What's Roe?
Roe Pharmacy. It's a startup community pharmacy, but we mostly mail our prescriptions directly to the patient.
No compounding with Roe, correct?
Not at the Dallas facility. We compound out of Florida.
Okay. Good question. All right. Next up, we've got, let's see, Tyler Pravosnik.
Good morning. My name is Tyler Pravasnik. I live in Cleveland, Ohio, and I went to Duquesne University in Pittsburgh, and I'm seeking licensure for backup to our current PIC.
And what's unusual that you guys are compounding?
We compound a little bit of everything: functional medicine, hormones, a little bit of everything.
Sterile and non-sterile?
Do sterile and non-sterile, correct?
Okay. All direct to patient?
Yes, sir.
Any other questions for him? Okay, Rory Puckett.
Hi, my name's Rory Puckett. I work for Script Hero Pharmacy. I'm from Columbus, Ohio area. Graduated from Ohio State in 2015. I'm trying to get licensure to be backup pick / redundancy. So,
any questions for him? All right, that's the end of this group.
Okay, like the previous groups, be looking for a motion to approve these reciprocity candidates. Okay, so we have a motion by Dr. Richmond, a second by Dr. Newsom. All those in favor? Any opposed? These candidates are approved.
Okay. For everybody in this group, just a couple of quick reminders. Be sure to get your CE. Each biennium, we do a 100% audit of all of our Arkansas licensed pharmacists for CE, 30 hours total. At least 12 have to be live hours. At least 12 have to be ACPE accredited. If you've got questions about other types of credit or anything, give us a holler, shoot us a message. A couple other things real quick. We do have a closed Arkansas pharmacist Q and symbol A Facebook group that if you're a licensed pharmacist in Arkansas, the moderators would let you in. Does exchange some interesting information from time to time about what's going on in Arkansas pharmacy or even at times national articles. Especially if you're living here, we do have a number of state pharmacist associations that have meetings and keep you updated based on where your practice is or what you're doing. Arkansas Pharmacists Association actually has its annual meeting starting on Thursday of this week here in Little Rock. With that, we will let you guys roll off, and our next group is up at 10:15. Thank you, guys.
thank you.
Thank you.
We'll
Thank
take
you.
a quick break, about
Thank you.
7 minutes.
Jennifer usually gets that. So we're over here at the Board of Pharmacy just talking away, not realizing that our overall system was muted for all of you. So I'll start over. Maybe we'll have a little bit better luck getting people up. Welcome. We're ready for our 1015 Reciprocity group. As we call you guys up in alphabetical order, the board will want to know the following 4 things: who you are, where you are from, where you went to school, and why you're getting a license in Arkansas. So let's start back with Michael Radner. I'm not sure if Michael was on with us or not, actually. All right, Randy Rahiman. Can you guys actually hear us?
Yes.
All right. Douglas Rawl.
I'm here.
There we
Y'all can hear
go.
me? All right. My name is Douglas Kirkland Rawl. I go by Kirk. I live in Nashville, Tennessee. I went to the University of South Carolina, and I will use the Arkansas license as a PIC in a non-resident pharmacy, mostly that does specialty mail order.
Any questions for him? All non-sterile, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Muted.
Let's see.
Okay.
So you said that you do some sterile as well? Planning to provide, you're not doing sterile yet?
Are you still talking to me?
Yes, sir.
That project has been abandoned.
Okay. That's completely understandable.
Yes, it is. No, that project's been abandoned, and right now, this pharmacy that I will be starting in does mostly specialty eye medications and fertility medications, all commercially available, all commercially made. Some of it is injection, but it's all commercial, nothing compounded.
Okay. All right. Any other questions for him? All right. Mark Relini.
My name is Mark Riolini. I'm originally from North Carolina. I went to Campbell University in the big city of Bowie's Creek. I currently work for IV Solutions RX in Tampa, Florida, and we send out immune globulins nationwide. The reason I'm getting licensed is because our business pretty much wants all the pharmacists licensed in just about all 50 states.
Okay. Any questions for him? All right. Catherine Richwine.
Good morning. My name is Catherine Richwine. I am from Virginia. I live in North Carolina. I went to Virginia Commonwealth University. Before basketball, we called it Medical College of Virginia, but now it's Virginia Commonwealth due to basketball and the great successes. I work for Cardinal Health, and I'm on the interim director team, and we support clients when the pharmacy director is absent or another pharmacist is absent until they get their forever manager. Our account in Arkansas is, I'm sorry, very close to where the eclipse was, which I guess was your entire state, was, is it Mena or Mena, yes. Arkansas? Mena. We have a community health clinic pharmacy there. And so I am not the PIC there, but I'm a backup license.
Okay. Any questions for her? All right. Araceli Rodriguez. We have Araceli with us. I bet it's the ARA 1377. I see. Yes, we need you. There you go. Unmute. There you go.
Okay, I couldn't unmute it. It was like locking on me. My name is Araceli Rodriguez. I'm a nuclear pharmacist at RLS in Wooddale, Illinois. I graduated from the University of Illinois at Chicago. I'm seeking licensure to be the PIC in hopes in the future to ship radiopharmaceuticals to Arkansas via a future project with Novartis.
And I'm sorry, where'd you go to school?
UIC, University of Illinois at Chicago.
And where'd you do your nuclear training?
Purdue University.
Okay. Any questions for her? All right, Danielle Rogers.
Hello, my name is Danielle Rogers. I went to the University of Montana. I currently live in Missoula, Montana, and I am seeking licensure for PIC redundancy for OSRX pharmacy.
And I see it's all patient specific. Is it?
It is
for
right now. It is right
Okay.
now. We're in the conversion process. We have an application out right now to Arkansas to be converted to a 503B.
Okay.
We just got inspected by the Montana State Board. So we're pushing through to get that 503B out to all 50 states as of now.
Okay. Any other questions for her? All right. Denise Roque.
Hello, my name is Denise. Oh, let me turn my video on really quick. There we go. My name is Denise Roque. I am from Kansas and live in Kansas currently. I graduated from the University of Kansas, and I'm the healthcare specialty supervisor with Walgreens. And I am seeking licensure to just be able to support. I have 2 specialty pharmacies in Little Rock that I support and supervise. So just to provide enhanced support for them.
Any questions for her? All right, Hudson Sargent.
Hi, good morning. My name is Hudson Sargent. I live in Louisville, Kentucky. I went to Samford University in Birmingham, Alabama, and I work for Cover My Meds Pharmacy. We're a specialty mail order pharmacy for patient assistance, and I'm getting my license in Arkansas to be the backup of the backup. So third in line.
Any questions for him? All right, Salman Siddiqui.
Hi, I'm Salman Siddiqui. Nice to meet you guys. I'm in Chicago, Illinois. I went to school at PCOM in Georgia, newer school. Getting licensed in Arkansas, just in, my employer asked me to do it, just in case I would need to counsel some patients in Arkansas in the future.
Okay. Any questions for him? All right, Tommy Singh.
Good morning. My name is Tommy Singh. I live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I graduated from the University of Madison, Wisconsin. I work with Aurora Pharmacy, and I am obtaining a licensure for the Arkansas pharmacist to be the PIC for the Aurora mail order.
And what's different about Aurora?
Not much. We do not do any compounding. We do not send out any control medications, just maintenance medications here.
Okay. Any other questions for him? All right, Justin Tabor.
My name is Justin Tabor. Currently live in the Kansas City, Missouri area. Went to pharmacy school at Drake University in Des Moines, Iowa. Work for Heritage Biologics. We are a specialty home infusion pharmacy. So mainly focus obviously on home infusion therapies as well as rare disease states, and kind of trying to get in kind of the limited distribution space as well. And seeking licensure because I will be taking over as the Arkansas PIC for our pharmacy, and licensed in all 50 states.
Any other questions for him?
All right, Camille Tackett.
Good morning. My name is Camille Tackett. I currently live in the Portland, Oregon area. I went to pharmacy school at the University of Arizona. I currently work for Postal Prescription Services Pharmacy, which is a mail service pharmacy owned by Kroger. And I am getting my license in Arkansas to be the backup for our current PIC.
Questions for her? All right, Adem Telsey.
Hi, my name is Adam Telgi. I live currently in Tampa, Florida, and I graduated from the University of Florida. I work for a Carrier Health specialty pharmacy. We do like mail order, ship to all 50 states, and I'm asking for Reciprocity to be the backup pick.
Any questions for him? All right, Maihan Tan.
My name is Mihan Tan. I live in Woodland, New Jersey. I went to school in Thomas Jefferson University. I'm currently the PIC for Hikma Pharmaceutical for the 503B facility. And that's the reason why I'm seeking licensure in Arkansas.
And when was the last FDA inspection?
For 503B or for just general facility? It was for 503B, then it was right now. Actually,
Going on
the
right
one
now?
prior was in I believe July 2022.
Okay. All right.
But it was for GMP, then it was last October. So it's kind of like 6 months apart that we had to deal with the FDA.
I got you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tuan Tran.
Good morning, everyone. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
All right. My name is Tuan Tran. I am owner of MixMyRx Pharmacy. I actually graduated in Massachusetts College of Pharmacy back in 2001. Been doing compounding pharmacy for the last 17 years. MixMyRx is now licensed in 48 states, and I am getting the Reciprocity license as a backup. Currently as a pharmacist in charge, actually.
You're not doing any of the banned peptides, are you?
No, we choose not to do any of the peptides or participate in any of the semaglutides, even though we have calls every single day. We opt out. We also own 3 other pharmacy that does sterile, but we opt out on all of those.
Yeah, I think that we had that conversation, or somebody and I had that conversation. So it's a much easier answer.
Yeah, I think the risk is too much. Most of the sources out there are really not verifiable and are not FDA source. So I think all of the pharmacies should weigh in on that and not to do it at all.
I would not disagree with you. All right, Alan, is it Sal?
Yes. Good morning, everyone. My name is Alan Chow. Currently living in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. Work for a company that is starting a location here in the Dallas area. It's called BHI, Basic Home Infusion. Graduated from University of Houston, seeking a Arkansas license to be a backup PIC once the pharmacy starts running.
We'll be looking for sterile inspections and stuff whenever you get there.
You got it. Thank you.
All right. Kylie Vadreen.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, my name is Kylie Vadreen. I am from Houston, Texas, but I currently live in Lake Charles, Louisiana. I own and operate a 100-year-old pharmacy named Boudreaux's New Drugstore, which is funny because it's not new. It's 100 years old. But anyways, that was my joke for the day. I'm seeking licensure to be PIC because we do a lot of social media and we touch Arkansas's border. And I specialize in BHRT, bioidentical hormone replacement therapy, and work with a lot of nurse practitioners and MDs around. So we get a lot of inquiries to ship into Arkansas the hormones. So I thought it would be worth our while to get the licensure so I could do that.
And you're aware of our rules that it's direct to patient, correct?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
That'll make a bunch of other questions you get a lot easier.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions for her? All right. Shizan Wang.
Do you hear me okay?
Yes.
My name is Shixian Wang. I'm originally from China. I moved to United States like 15 years ago. I went to University of Utah for my pharmacy school, and I currently live in Salt Lake City. I'm thinking Arkansas license to be the PIC for mail order pharmacy in Utah.
Okay. Any questions for her on Red Rock or anything? All right. Darren Westwood.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm Darren Westwood. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I went to school at Duquesne University, also here in Pittsburgh, and I am seeking licensure to be the non-resident pick for one of our sites for Panther Rare Specialty Pharmacy, also here in Pittsburgh.
Questions for him? Well, I think if they try to send a Permane sandwich, it might get banned at the border as hazardous.
I could see that. Yeah, it's not for everyone, but if you're here, you should try it.
I don't think he had his microphone on when he said that. So he was saying that you might have to send him a sandwich before you can get a license.
I can do that. Let me know where.
This is the third Pittsburgh Reciprocity this morning. We should have a table full of sandwiches.
Yeah, Dr. Richmond's over here getting hungry on us. All right. Brittany Wolf.
Yeah, hi, I'm Brittany Wolf. I'm in the Cincinnati, Ohio area. I went to Purdue for pharmacy school, and I'm seeking licensure in Arkansas to be the backup non-resident pick for Carolina Mail Order Pharmacy.
Questions for her? All right, Joanne Yoon.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Joanne Yoon, and I'm actually from Newport News, Virginia, but grew up and currently live in the greater Seattle area. I graduated from the Washington State University College of Pharmacy in Spokane, Washington, and I am seeking licensure as I'm transitioning into the PIC position at my Kent Amazon Pharmacy fulfillment facility.
Any questions for Dr. Yoon? All right, we'll go back in your packet, page 34 for Daryl Cole.
Good morning. My name is Daryl Cole. I go by Frank. I am from North Dakota, went to North Dakota State University, live in the Indianapolis area, and work for BioPlus Specialty Pharmacy, seeking backup licensure for our PIC.
There's no way you would know this, but there was a long-term board member years ago named Frank Cole that was fairly famous in Arkansas pharmacy circles. So if you call and say this is Frank Cole, the pharmacist, you're going to throw some people off because he's not around with us anymore.
Okay.
And then if we want to go down to about page 139, we'll see if we can get a couple of our folks back. I'm getting messages to make sure. All right. Michael Radner.
Hi, yeah, my name is Michael Radner. I am the manager of pharmacy operations for our back-end fulfillment for OptumRx. I graduated from the University of Kansas in 2016 and currently in residence down here in San Antonio. I'm seeking reciprocity for to be the backup pick for the site.
Any questions for Dr. Radner? And then I have Randy Raymond or Rahiman. Getting messages from staff. Sounds like he may not have any power, and so we're not able to connect him right now. If we get him later in the meeting, we'll pull him up. So that should be it for this reciprocity group.
Okay, for this group, do we have a motion to approve their reciprocity? Thank you. We have a second. Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Okay. With that, the board has approved this reciprocity group. A couple of reminders for you guys. First of all, be sure that you get all of your CE. Ours is a pretty direct statement of 30 hours total. At least 12 have to be live and at least 12 have to be ACP accredited. If you ever got questions about our CE requirements, don't hesitate to reach out to us and ask that. We do a 100% audit on all pharmacists CE at the end of each biennium. Probably the thing I generally say, but I may not have today, is the requirement is get the CE during the biennium, not just for renewal, but during the biennium for your licensure. A couple of other things for any of you that are going to be living in Arkansas. We have a number of different pharmacist groups and associations that are very active in the state that could help keep you up to date as to what's going on. Actually, the Arkansas Pharmacist Association starts their annual meeting here in Little Rock on Thursday. You might take a look at it. Also, as an Arkansas licensed pharmacist, you would be able to enter into a closed Facebook group that some pharmacists here in the state maintain called the Arkansas Pharmacist Q and symbol A, that a lot of people will exchange different information about things that are going on in the state of Arkansas in the realm of pharmacy. With that, thank you guys for joining us. Our next appointment is at 10:45. So we'll let you guys roll off of Zoom, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Counselor, anything you need for 10:45? Could be.
If you need signatures right there.
Mix the battery.
Don't get along.
All right, let's see. Next up, we've got a 10:45 that should be, we were going to treat this as an informal as I recall, but our legal counsel is out checking on that. Please enter tab number 3. And 45 ready, or? Think we can go. Yep. Tab number 3, everybody. Yeah. Don't lose that. How are you doing, Ms. Hill?
Fine, and you?
I'm doing well. I'm John Kirtley. I'm the director of the Board of Pharmacy. And since we're treating this as kind of an informal, as I recall, Ms. Bales, I'm going to tell you just a little bit about the procedure and who you're talking to today.
Okay.
On this side of the table, myself, Dr. McCready, Ms. Bales, we are all staff members here at the board. All the other people you see at this table are board members and decision makers here today. Here in a moment, I will turn it over to Ms. Bales to turn over exactly why we're here today. I believe it's on a technician application appeal from a staff denial. Is that correct? And she'll go over what was found in your application for the board to consider. When we treat this as an informal, it's more of a conversation back and forth across the table. Generally, the board members are going to want to talk to you about your application or whatever was in the background of it. At the end of that, at some point, they're going to make a suggestion for what action they want to take, whether that be to approve it, to deny it, to table it, to consider it at another time. We don't know exactly what they're going to decide until they do. At that point, you have the opportunity to either agree or disagree with whatever decision they make, and we can explain where to go from there if that happens. Okay. Do you have any questions about how this procedure works?
No.
You understand why you're here today?
Yes.
With that, I will turn it over to Ms. Bales.
All right. We offered Ms. Hill a chance to take care of this matter informally. We did do a denial, and it was sort of in between the process of how we were looking at these tech applications. So we would now like to take care of this informally based on the criminal history that she provided. She did disclose that she had something on her record that had been expunged or sealed. That was a hot check violation from December of 2020. And if you look in the exhibits under Exhibit 7, the second page, it sort of lists off the various checks. There's at least 6 there. She went to court, pled guilty to the charges, paid off the restitution as ordered in a timely manner, and her case was expunged by the judge.
Exhibit 7 is what you're referring to, and for us, it's page 15.
Oh, okay. Exhibit 7, the second page of Exhibit 7 is what I was referring to. It sort of lists all of those check numbers on there.
Page 15 and 16.
Yeah, 15 and 16, really 16.
Okay, Ms. Hill, good morning.
Good morning.
I know you've provided a statement for us, but can you tell us in your own words what the situation was around this incident in 2020?
It was basically that account was closed, and at the time I was in the time of moving. I didn't get like the information to pay it off. And also it was, as you know, COVID. So a lot of the stuff that they said they were sending me from Sherwood or from the place itself that the checks were written to, I didn't receive the information.
Okay.
So when I applied for a job, that's how I knew the background had been. It had went to another level, and that's when it was taken care of.
What do you mean by the background?
Well, when I applied for like a tax audit position, I had to do a background check, and they the one who told me that it was there. So that's how I end up getting it taken care of, because I didn't get anything in the mail as far as in like a warrant, you know, that it was issued out or even received to Sherwood or the from the bank saying that you needed to pay this, you know. Because again, I had already moved from the location of their resident.
Okay. And then what was the situation with was it multiple checks that?
It was 2, I believe it was 2.
Okay. Anyone else have additional questions?
Why do you want to be a pharmacy tech? Well, I'm in nursing school at the moment, and I feel that the experience of pharmacy tech would ensure give me some experience in the pharmaceutical part and just want to have it as a background.
Good idea.
Thank you.
Just for clarification on the checks, there were actually 7 or 8 checks. I think she said there were 2. There were actually 7 or 8 checks. And then her original statement is in Exhibit 6.
So all of the checks had to do with the procedure that you had to have.
It was just the whole account itself. Like I said, it was COVID. It was an active account and the account had gotten compromised due to some sort of fraudulent act. So I closed it. And as far as I can remember, yes.
You wrote the checks after the account had been closed, basically?
No, before.
No, before.
Yeah.
We're just now reading through all the documents, so I'm gonna give everyone a minute to do that.
Okay.
Looking at this, it looks like that the amount of the checks were small.
Yes.
And I mean, she basically got killed with the fees of $75 fee for each check.
Mm-hmm.
And this all occurred around the same time,
Yes.
one time.
Yes.
It's a misdemeanor, even though there's numerous checks. The total's so low that it is a misdemeanor.
And this was during the pandemic.
Any additional questions for Ms. Hill? Discussion? What's the will of the board?
I'd like to make a motion that we grant her technician license.
Second.
Okay. We have a motion by Dr. Newsom. We have a second by Dr. Kraus to approve her application to get her technician permit. All those in favor of that motion, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
Ms. Gill, I'm guessing you would agree to that.
Yes, sir.
All right. You give us just a moment. We're going to have them sign off on it and we will take you up front and help you out.
Okay, thank you all.
Good luck.
We're initially that we approved this.
Get it out, yeah.
Drives me crazy. I think I'm doing something wrong though. I think it's user error. Yeah. Kicks me back.
That's what's happening to all of us.
Doing the same thing to me.
Okay, I thought I was the only one.
I think it's because I'm accessing it through the files. I think if I did it through some type of a folder or something, maybe I would.
Do you guys have slides or anything you want to show us?
Just the software.
I mean, show us on screen,
Yep.
nothing HIPAA in it. All right, hold on just a second.
Y'all all doing all right today?
Okay, thank you for having us.
Okay, I got it all set up here. He has an adapter.
You've been here recently. You're
I
showing
have.
up way too much to the board.
Thankfully, not on terrible terms, so. Thanks for having us back.
He thought it was so much fun, he couldn't wait to come back. That's right. It's really.
Okay.
Just real quick while they're setting up, just let the board members know, and we get odd requests like this, periodically, but it sounds like we had a pharmacy that had a car drive through it and had other, partner pharmacies associated with it. And they had asked us just for temporary approval while they are having to clean up this mess to be able to do offsite order entry and fulfillment from a facility that is functional to bring back to the patients to get at that pharmacy that with the damage. So in case you hear anything about that, staff did not think that would be any problem at all.
Seems like a no-brainer.
It's just folks helping.
I mean, some people just don't understand the way drive-through works. Down in Lynn's area, the woods, they had this, was your sister had a Papa Top pharmacy?
Well, we keep losing the hood and City Drug in Monticello, and then somebody drove through the front doors at Baker's.
Well, I know one day when your sister's pharmacy, she came in, the whole roof was gone, it was across the street in a parking lot.
Oh,
From a tornado or straight line winds or like it's one whole unit.
But it was barely up there, I think.
The lady drives through the drugstore in Mountain Home. Like,
Yeah.
Up, I mean, it's
Oh, yeah.
a significant hill, but she was
Oh, my God.
she was I think she hit the accelerator instead of the brake.
After she drove.
After she drove through the doors, she just got out and started looking at stuff on the counter, like she was gonna pull away and back on somewhere. Like there was nothing to it, like that was her spot. Sits up here.
In the middle of the store, yeah.
So was it just like a mishap? Is everybody okay?
Break in.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, breaking out. Okay.
Yeah.
Of course, is that?
Parking.
Parking.
Be down here or? We've had a rash along 82. Going from literally, I don't know how far west it goes, sure know it goes as far east as Atlanta. Where they get on 82 and they come through Mississippi and do that in every pharmacy along the way.
They were doing that a few years back. Coming into pharmacies like the
Yeah.
Camden area.
Yep.
The Camden, Louisville stamps.
You got
Along there.
I was about to say, you got a camera button over here too.
Yes, ma'am.
There you go.
Yeah.
There we go. I just thought about that. Better late. So if you guys want to tell us who all we're talking to, we'll kick it off. It's on. Green means go. There you go. Perfect.
Well, first of all, my name is Seth Wilson, pharmacist that runs the long-term care pharmacy for Collier Drug, Collier Pharmacy Services up in Northwest Arkansas. And so today, we kind of came down here to set up a potential pharmacy integration for approval. We have some interest in getting this system approved with the board so that we can provide a little bit more of a streamlined way of partnering with some of the facilities in the area, serving their patients in a bit more of a easy way for them to keep everything straight on the back end after we dispense. So I'm here with a team from MedTelligent that has Alice, which is the name of the program that we're discussing today, and I'll allow them to introduce themselves to y'all.
Excellent. Hi, thank you for having us. I'm John Shaffey. I'm one of the founders of MedTelligent, and I'm a software developer by trade, so I can help answer any technical questions.
Hi, my name is Trisha Cole, and I'm the COO and General Counsel for MedTelligent, and we're excited and grateful to be here with you guys today.
So I can tell you, having been through a bunch of these in the past, you've probably already been prepped that the board has a few questions, a brief overview of kind of the functionality. I imagine it's all probably cloud-based.
It is, yep.
So that there's no issues with, pharmacy security. As we look at that, a couple things that the board generally wants to see is what the functionality would be between the local pharmacies, right where you're going. Have at it.
Yes, absolutely. So just a little bit of background, MedTelligent's been a company since 2005. It's been in assisted living.
Could I get you to move the microphone closer?
Yeah, absolutely. Been in assisted living and memory care specifically since 2009. So we just serve assisted living and memory care and independent living communities. So the way our software is set up is Alice can support multiple pharmacies. You can see in this drop down here, we can connect with all different types of pharmacies and about, I think, over 100 different platforms. So the big ones, Framework LTC, QS1, RX30, and then we use Prescribers Connection as a broker to connect to all the smaller platforms. So pretty much any type of pharmacy we can connect with, and the messages are sent via HL7 into Alice, a secure web connection. We do support VPNs as well, but those are not used as much anymore.
So Pioneer goes through the other tool or direct?
Pioneer is with the secure internet connection. Okay. Yeah.
So your integration for your software is used for the long-term care facility. Your integration is back to the pharmacy, to their pharmacy software.
So usually the assisted living community will get an order. The resident will bring back an order. They'll fax that to the pharmacy, and the pharmacy initiates that order to come into our system. So the community doesn't generate any orders like on site typically, but they can communicate with the pharmacy through our system.
So it's an integration from the pharmacy over into your system.
That's correct. Yeah, it's unidirectional for the messages for the order entry, and then the community can request electronic faxes for refills and things like that through the system.
And in that way, it's whatever order is entered at the pharmacy level is then basically pushed to the system so that your EMR has an identical order to what the pharmacy is.
That's exactly right. When the pharmacy enters it, it flows pretty much immediately over to our system, and the community can even see that message from the pharmacy down to the level of who at the pharmacy entered that order. So if they have questions, they can call and get the information. So this one was Brooke Bradley, I can see on the right-hand side. And we do interface with a drug database called Medispan to show pictures of the drugs, adverse reactions, and things like that. So based on the NDC from the pharmacy, we can give the community a lot more information about that medication in our system.
And when you say the community, are you referring to the staff that's working at the nursing home or something along those lines?
Yeah, we're just in the residential care side, not the skilled side. So just assisted living and memory care. But yeah, usually it's a nurse that will review this against the paper order when the message comes in. So we have the 3 points of verification at the property that we have the order entry. The nurse will review it, and then obviously the person administering that med looks at the packaging for it.
So whose software is this? Is this the nursing home's software or is it the pharmacy software?
It's an assisted living community software.
An assisted living software.
Or memory care property, yeah.
And is it just for one pharmacy only for that assisted living, or is it for whatever pharmacy wants to use that, has patients in that assisted living.
Exactly. We can support any pharmacy that has residents at that community. So the residents can use whatever pharmacy that they would like, and our integration can work with any pharmacy that has a modern platform.
So the home buys this software.
They do. Sometimes the pharmacy subsidizes the EMR portion specifically, but we have a full operational suite. So usually the community pays for it. And sometimes the pharmacy will subsidize a small portion for the electronic medical piece.
And how much is that?
For the pharmacy, it's usually around $3 or $4 per resident per month.
For the ones that they cover.
For the ones that they cover. That's exactly
So
right.
if Seth has 10 and I've got 5, he pays for 10, I pay for 5.
Yes, that's exactly correct.
So, and I clarify that we're having a sidebar because under our rules, in the past, we would see facilities that go, we really want to use this system. We're going to push all the business to this pharmacy, and that pharmacy is going to buy the system for us. What I'm hearing you say, and correct me if I misspeak, is the home's already picked the system, and the home can use that system internally all they want. They have to get approval with the Board of Pharmacy to have a bridge for the pharmacy to help them on like the order entry offsite side of that. And our kind of criteria is, well, the pharmacy can't purchase the whole thing for the home, which she's saying you pay for the functionality that you get for that patient on a monthly basis. You allow, if that home's got 5 different pharmacies they want to do that, all the pharmacies can do it. They don't have to. And the home can't say either you do this or a patient can't choose you, because that would violate the patient freedom of choice. But for the homes that want to build this in, it is very helpful for the pharmacies to connect and to load that in for the home.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's helpful for us before we actually see the functionality, I think, to kind of understand that background information, who's buying it and all that. So the home has made a decision that this is the standard, basically EMR that they want to use for that particular site.
Yes. And then we can connect with any pharmacy that the resident chooses, the pharmacy of their choice.
Thank you.
Unless they're out of state.
Would you describe each physical location they can either access or enter data into the system?
For the community?
For anybody. In other words, who can be looking at the particular medical record that's on your system?
Yep. So typically the people in the community are the ones that look at the record, but they can grant access, limited role access to outside parties like pharmacies. If they're going to see the medication information, sometimes they like to verify how it comes across in the ALICE system. So we can give them a limited role in ALICE. So they would just see their residents that they're working with and just see the medication information. That's very popular.
So let's just take a couple of steps on this. You've got a person giving the order, like a physician or a PA. Do they have access to the system?
They can, yes, but typically they don't.
Okay. And then, of course, you have the people in the facility.
Yes.
And you have the pharmacy that's involved.
Yes.
And then I take it that the data that we're talking about here is not stored locally. It's in the cloud.
That's correct.
Okay. Now, to what extent is this data encrypted?
It is encrypted both at rest and in transit. I don't know the exact bit, 64, 512 bit encrypted.
So you do something if you're going to have a prescriber access it or a pharmacy access it, to have them have a key to be able to get by the encryption.
They, let me see if I can answer that. They would authenticate uniquely. So they would have their own username and password. When they come in, we would give them their unique access. So let's say if you have a physician who sees only one resident out of 100 in the building, when they log into the system, they would only see that one resident's record. Okay. And even then, they would see a pared down version. They would not see billing information or other details. They would only see the medical components.
And then with regard to I take it the data is actually stored in the cloud and not locally.
That's correct, in Azure.
To what extent can the cloud provider access any of this information in an unencrypted form?
They cannot access it.
There are no back doors.
No, it's all password protected with only people in our organization having access or people that are granted those rights.
Okay, and the encryption is done at your software level, not at the cloud level.
Done 2 times, actually. So we encrypt it, and then when we store it in the database encrypts the encrypted data.
Okay, thank you.
You want to continue with your presentation? I know we kind of let you get to slide 2 and then kind of stopped you.
Yeah, I was just highlighting that it really saves the staff of the community a lot of time because they're able to get all the information from the pharmacy, just be in sync with what the pharmacy has, and it really optimizes. Everyone knows there's a staffing issue in some of the communities, and it just makes it very streamlined and very safe to get the information directly from the pharmacy versus if they're on paper or doing it manually. It's just a lot of rewriting and re-entry. So it's very helpful for the communities and their staff to have the electronic integration with the pharmacy team.
I'm just asking these couple questions out of curiosity. So is the nursing staff or the staff at the community, is the community going to document on an electronic monitor?
They do, yes.
Okay, so that's going to be their standard workflow.
That would.
And do you guys support barcode scanning on the EMR?
We
currently?
do,
Okay.
both for inventory purposes and for administering medications if the community wants to.
Okay.
No problems from staff. They answer our like big 3 questions right off the bat. So
We need a motion.
yes, sir.
Sure.
Motion to approve the use of this software by Colliers. Is that what I need to say?
I mean, under this presentation, you'd allow any other pharmacy to connect in the manner as described.
Second.
Okay, so we have a motion by Dr. Kraus and a second by Dr. Mack. If there's not any other discussion, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, motion passes.
And if I could ask one question, just to make sure that we honor all the proper rules and regulations. We understand that if a pharmacy is out of state, if a resident or patient chooses a pharmacy that's out of state, that we would not connect with them from an electronic perspective.
That would be correct. Because of the fact that our rules for off-site order entry limit it to pharmacies within the state of Arkansas. So what the board has said many times, and at some point someone may have a different request, but because our off-site order retail rules include both pharmacists or technicians in their ability to enter or to take part in that, the board has never allowed it over state lines. That's the way the rule is adopted. I don't know, 18 years ago, I bet. It's been a while.
That's very helpful. And I did just want to confirm when we're working with the communities and they tell us, hey, it's resident choice. I just wanted to make sure that I had the rules down that said,
yes,
hey, from electronic perspective, the lines stop at the state.
The resident could choose a pharmacy that is across the border, but that pharmacy is not going to be able to integrate to do the offsite order entry.
I see.
Which makes it more work on your facility.
Right. Yeah.
But
just wanted to confirm that I had that right. And
greatly appreciate that.
If there's anything we can do from a technology perspective, we want to be partners with not only the pharmacies, but anything else we can do for the state.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Safe trip back.
I appreciate it.
That said he was timing it to stop at CJ's, so or Feltner's, one or the other.
Oh, you were hitting about right.
There. Yeah, I think that's your mouse, though. Yeah, it's around the table. We got 3 more up there. I was watching it.
Fayetteville, just right
Russellville.
off the exit. I'm sorry, Russellville, right off the exit. CJ's Butcher Boy. It's kind of like David's Burgers. Very similar.
Like same family.
It's the second, it's the, like the third exit.
You don't have to
The
go
last
all the way
one.
down to your road.
No, it's right off the interstate.
The huge sign that says Butcher Boy.
And it's on the south or north side of the road?
North.
All right, then Badner's, is that the old Whataburger and
That's,
Russell?
yeah, and that's the other way, but same exit.
Oh, like, well, Badner's is in Russell. But the old Whataburger that used to be there, is it Felker?
That's Felker.
That's Felker.
Oh, yeah. Cause they have one on College. Pretty sure.
Oh, okay. Well, that one's over by Arkansas Tech. You know, it's the,
Yeah, I love that. That's good.
they're both on Highway seven.
That's when we used to stop at College.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, same here.
Yeah.
So our last reciprocity, Mr. Raymond was able to get on, if you guys want to get him real quick.
Okay.
All right, so Randy, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Awesome. So they're going to want to know who you are, where you're from, where you went to school, and why you're getting a license.
Okay. So got my name there, Randy Rehuman. I work for Premier Kids Care. We almost only send out growth hormone. At my Texas site, that's that and some testing supplies is what I would be sending out to Oklahoma. So for myself, I went to pharmacy school in New York. It's St. John Fisher College in New York. So Wegmans Pharmacy, or if anybody knows Wegmans Food Markets, they are the ones who sponsored that school. And so yeah, now I'm in Texas here. So I don't know if I answered everything.
And I know you meant shipping into Arkansas, not Oklahoma.
Oh, sorry. Yes, my apologies.
Any other questions you guys have for Randy?
Whatever he wants in Oklahoma.
I mean, concern, you
No, I
should
had to
make
get.
there.
Go ahead.
Yes, have motion.
Motion to accept this application.
Okay, we have motion and second. Those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Okay, Randy, they've approved your reciprocity application. Do not forget to get your 30 hours of CE, 12 live, 12 ACP credit each biennium. I think you may have actually heard this before, but we do have a closed Facebook group that a lot of pharmacists in Arkansas are in, Arkansas Pharmacist Q and symbol A. That shares information about Arkansas if you're ever interested, and also have a number of state pharmacy associations that will share pertinent information about what's going on. But with that, thank you for joining us. Sorry about the trouble you're having earlier.
Oh no, not at all. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're having a lot of thunderstorms and power outages in Texas, but so it's not like that in Arkansas right now.
It will be later, probably.
Okay. Okay. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you also. Take care.
Absolutely.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bill, you're going to tell us who all we're talking to, and we'll kick it off.
Okay, I'm Bill Gerbsich. I'm the Director of Pharmacy at True Care in Fort Smith. Karen?
My name's Karen Nishi. I'm a pharmacist for BD Pixis, and I handle regulatory affairs.
And I'm Kendall Lahota. I'm Director of National Accounts with BD MedBank. I handle more of the sales contracting side.
Right. And so, Bill, my understanding, and the board members have this in front of them as well, BD MedBank is an emergency kit dispensing machine, basically.
Right.
And I imagine that they probably have some pictures that we can show or something, and we will, yeah. Jennifer, can you help her? Thank you. We have a puck system that would allow for it to be on screen. If that's okay with you.
Yeah.
Just takes a second to plug it up.
Okay.
And get oriented, but the long and short of it is you have several facilities that are full long-term care nursing homes.
Right.
That you would like to utilize this technology for your emergency kits in those.
Correct.
How many facilities are you doing or that you're looking at this for?
We do about 20, but we would be instituting this as a starter in probably 5.
Okay. And how many beds are most of those facilities, Bill?
80s.
8.
80s. So maybe you're talking about nursing home beds, yeah, 80s, roughly in the
80s,
80s.
okay,
Yeah,
I got you.
we've got
So-
100, we've got a 60. but-
Yeah, so on the ones that are closer, more like 100, are you just maintaining one kit or are you using the deal to do two kits at
Yeah,
those?
we're just using one.
Okay, which I know makes it
Yes.
far easier for all the access issues and tracking and tracing.
Definitely. And that's really, the idea with this is the security and accountability. Security for sure, and accountability for sure. We've got reports we can run. There needs to be a blind count whenever they take something out so that they will match up the quantity that's remaining and the quantity that should be remaining so that, and if it doesn't match, a report is generated automatically to let us know something is not right.
Okay.
So that's a big part of it. And I know last time we were here, we had a different system. And I think the issue with that was that the controlled substances were all accessible. You open a drawer.
And everything was wide open.
Correct. These are not like that. So you have they call them cubies, but a little, you have one of those handy?
Oh, I think she's bringing it in. That's even better.
Yeah. Anyway, they're microchipped and they go in a specific slot and they have a lot in expiration and they're scannable. So.
Scanner, they also have a chip on the bottom. Where the pharmacist can check, on the square lid, you'll see a tiny square. And that's where the pharmacist can check and initial the drugs inside the
That
pocket
they verified.
and they're unit dosed in the bin.
So on the bin system, when you are having to do a change out, does the whole little, the secured box comes out?
The
And
whole
so-
box pops up
Okay,
and then it's swapped out. But in the pharmacy, it's already pre-programmed on the chip on the bottom so that when it's sent out, it's filled, checked, and sealed in the pharmacy.
okay.
They're put into a tote with zip ties, shipped to the facility. And then when it arrives at the facility, the manifest is signed. The nurse will take it to the,
Jennifer, you can use mine.
to the
It's already on and
unit.
going. So the pharmacy basically checks the unit package
Little QB, right.
and which is going to be tamper evident when it gets there. And then when the delivery person gets there, they go to the machine or the way I read it, the authorized
Right.
nursing staff, whatever, they hit the button, Owen pops out, goes back to the pharmacy. This one pops in and only the cube itself will tell it,
Snap in.
yeah, snap in and then tell it that that's the one to release. So you only have access to the singular.
Right, and if they grab the wrong one and put it in there, it won't seed.
Okay.
Because the chip downloads and says.
Yeah, this isn't supposed to be there.
Right.
Are you tamper telling this QB or are you zip tying the tote?
You zip tie the tote.
Yeah.
And then this is already closed and it's sealed, so that the only way to get into it, you have to crack it.
This is already closed.
Yeah, it stays closed until the,
Electronics open the lid. You can't open the lid until the
Yeah.
chip tells it.
I mean, I got 141 of these machines running around,
Oh.
but it doesn't lock, like, are you saying I can lock it right now? Or it has to be seated in the med station before it will actually close?
It has to be seated in the med station.
That's-
These are
that's what I
show
thought.
and tell.
Yeah.
These are, we don't ship them with the open lid.
yeah, what he's asking is when you take it out, when the pharmacy loads it, it will shut the lid and the lid will stay shut until it's put in the machine.
That's correct.
Whereas these are open so we can play with them.
Correct.
But the pharmacy would lock it closed so that when it's going, like for you, if it was going to the floor, you could actually set it up to lock that closed until it goes into your machine on floor.
So when the pharmacist checks it in the pharmacy, it's actually seated in the Cubex tray.
Yeah.
They peek in and say, oh, there's 10 unit dose capsules. They close the lid and see the little square in the top right?
Initial.
That's where the label is and they initial it. And then once it's closed, it won't pop open again till it hits another machine. Okay.
So these are placed in a sort of automated dispensing cabinet and then operated, accessed by nursing through a console?
Yes, but oh, it didn't come up, the picture.
So yes, it is an automated dispensing machine. And so there's, with what the workflow that they're talking about, there's one actually in the pharmacy, which is where the QBs will be refilled. And then there's also units in the nursing homes as well. So you'll have one in the pharmacy and then you'll have those that the QBs will be filled in the pharmacy in that unit and then securely transported and filled in the unit at the facility.
And then the previous one comes back to the pharmacy
That's correct. Yep.
and all of its contents do too?
Yes.
Even the unused content. So anytime, when do you change it out? Do you change it out?
It's actually, so you'll set max and min par levels. And once it hits that mins, it'll send an order back to the pharmacy, that machine in the pharmacy. And that'll notify, okay, hey, we need to go ahead and refill that QB.
Okay.
Before whenever it hits that minimum, whatever's set by pharmacy.
So you're gonna have 20 cubies in there with 20 different drugs. When one of those cubies hits the min, they're gonna pop it and how
It'll
does,
send a message to the pharmacy and it'll say, hey, I hit my min. And then the pharmacy knows to pack up another QB and ship it back out.
and then the other cubie comes back to the pharmacy and,
Correct.
okay.
The other safety feature we have is called blind count. So that when the nurse logs into the system with their fingerprint, you can do it fingerprint or ID and password, PIN, yeah. It'll ask the nurse how many are in this cube so that it doesn't tell them. Some systems just say there's 10 in there, but it won't tell you. So it'll say how many, you have to key it in, and then how many are you taking? They'll say 2. But it keeps track. So if there's a discrepancy in what should be the count and what was the nurse said, then it sends an automatic message back to the pharmacy for that QB, that date and time, that nurse.
And Bill, do you have to resolve that discrepancy? Do you have to do the investigation around that?
We
or-
would be involved in that for sure. We would have the greatest responsibility, yeah.
It's still his drugs at that point. So, I mean, personal reflection is, I think that Bill heard the discussion last time and went and found a system that answered all the questions, which this did. I think the beauty of this for the kit is he doesn't have to send an entire bulk of all his meds for this. It's a lot of places may say, well, I can have up to 10 of these in the board rules. And based on utilization, he could set his number at 5 or at 3. And then when it hits him, he sends a cube in, they pop the other one out. There've been blind counts on it. And then that other sealed cube that pops out of the thing goes back to him instead of, we've seen some where you have to replace an entire tray or basically an entire tackle box, which you're moving a whole lot of stuff in cars with temperature excursions and everything else.
So who has to pay the monthly rental fee?
Pharmacy.
Yeah.
Support fees and all that stuff.
Right.
Can one of these boxes, I know they can be refilled at the pharmacy, on the pharmacy's machine. Can they be refilled at the nursing homes machine?
But I think the system that you're going to use is the swap out system. So we're swapping complete QBs. In the hospital setting, you may see the refill done right at the machine with a tech or somebody going up to the actual box, having the QBs pop open and putting the unit dose in there. But the system that Bill is going to use is specifically for long-term care and off-site settings.
So can you refill a box in a nursing home with the nursing homes machine?
Well, Harold, part of it is it capable of doing that? Yes, to answer that part of your question, but they're requesting the ability to use this product, and what the board would consider is as presented. So if the board approved this today, then we would say this system could be used with the box change out. If someone else wanted to come and say, we would like to send a person from the pharmacy to just pop it open and add stuff to the cubes, that's a different request to the board.
Well, I'm assuming that's possible. Is there a block to prevent that from happening in the nursing home?
Possible, we're not selling that system to long-term care facilities. It is possible, the hardware can do it, but the software that we're selling is different. So the boxes that
Okay.
you
All right.
may see in hospitals look the same, but the driving software
Yeah.
is different.
Okay, thank you.
Makes sense. There it is.
That's a picture of our tower. So can be configured with different, like we showed you the QBs, different configurations of size and sizes of those locked QB drawers, which like she mentioned, really is our, as far as this market, that's the long-term care market and the logistics that go into it. I sold Pyxis in the hospital side of things for 7 years. And really being able to have that locked QB system to fill that and keep that locked from the time it leaves the pharmacy to the time it's filled, as opposed to sending it, in a baggie or other methods, it really allows for a lot of security within this market. So we took a look at, Pyxis, and as we've moved into this market, really developed a workflow that helps, that ultimately allows it to be extremely secure, given the logistical differences versus the hospital setting.
Those are, from what I remember, MedBank's pretty configurable. You can do 1 drawer, 2 drawer.
Correct.
What size I'm just curious, what size do you think you're going to need for your full
We
kit?
have a combination of sizes. And I don't recall all the different sizes in there, but we've got the deeper and
Yep.
thinner
So they'll have
models.
the-
So we've got a combination of things.
But they'll have the main tower size here that you see in the picture. We offer a smaller one, a mini. And then we also have an even bigger one that'll fit some supplies in it too. But majority of our clients, and we work with a lot of blister pharmacies, throughout the country, go with the tower size is usually the right size, right fit for the needs.
Patient profiles accessible.
Right. That is correct. That's how, when they request something, it's already on the profile, as I understand it, in the device, so that it's an easy process for them.
Right.
So every resident just automatically gets the e-kit contents loaded on their profile? Is that what
No,
you're saying?
their profile is loaded into the e-kit.
Their name, their date.
Correct.
All that.
Since it's only the emergency meds, if there's not an order for one of the e-kit meds, then there's nothing to be retrievable from it through there. And you're getting the order for the emergency and releasing it in the system is my guess, so that it's available in the med bank.
Yeah, for controlled substances.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, they would have to, of course, get in touch with us, and then we give them a code which is used in the system. So that's how they are allowed to get in.
Even after hours, I mean, I don't know if you're 24 hours a day, but you're saying to get a controlled substance out of an e-kit after hours, it requires pharmacy approval.
Correct.
Yes, that's actually a DEA rule.
Yeah, yeah.
If there are people that are not doing that, they are in violation of DEA federal regulation.
I'm not promoting that.
Yeah.
I'm just clarifying.
It protects the nurses, because the reality is if they pull that without asking us, they are dispensing illegally.
Yeah.
So we're protecting them, even though they don't believe that, but.
So is there something on page 2 or further down? There we go.
We have the QB picture.
I do. Those inside the drawer, how that top QB will open. If additional capacity was needed, you'd add an auxiliary, which is just next to it with the brain, the machine on it.
Yeah. Or if the home wanted to use it for stuff that's not your emergency kit, they could buy their own cube and attach it.
I think they could, right?
Because you can't buy them theirs.
No, right. True enough. Is what, I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah, with the, just the cubies, right? That's,
Yeah, barcode or QR. I think the show and tell is the QR.
yeah, those are QRs.
Okay, you can see them initial it. So there's a label underneath that clear plastic lid, the QR code, and with the pen, the pharmacist is initialing that it's been checked.
Does it support nursing scanning the individual package on removal too?
If the facility has a electronic system, an electronic MAR with scanners, it could support that, but it's my understanding the pharmacy, the facilities that we are going into in Arkansas don't have the EMAR scanners. I
On
don't,
paper, yeah.
yeah, I think they're,
Yes.
we'll be back.
And we try to clarify that the couple of points that involve the Board of Pharmacy are the pharmacy side of these systems. It's the pharmacy doing order entry that drives it into the EMAR has to be approved for that EMAR, or like using this technology for the kit itself. Once the kit is approved, what the facility does internally with their EMAR or barcoding or anything else, that's out of our purview. So they can add functionality to where they can do barcode scanning of, the stuff that Bill sends regardless of that. I mean.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
We're not asking for that today.
Yeah, and
Okay.
call us if that ever comes up, because most likely if it's them wanting to use barcoding internally at the system, you probably don't need any approval from us for that. But we can talk about the specific situation.
Sure.
Okay.
Do you integrate with refrigerators?
We do. We have a thing called a lock. It's a Q lock. It's an electronic solenoid lock that's glued onto the refrigerator door. And it's driven by the console screen. And we can put a key. So you say, I want to get some refrigerated drug. And then it'll open the drawer with the QB, pop it open, and then they get the key, walk over to the fridge, remove it, put it back.
I don't even know if there's any refrigerated contents in the e-kit off the top.
Insulins.
Yeah, that's really about it.
So are you going to use that functionality? No.
No.
Any other questions or discussion? Okay.
One question. So we're here today with Bill, but does every pharmacy, every new place have to come back that's using?
No, the fun thing is Bill's doing all the legwork that will help his competition, but what we would say is as presented, as
A leg
presented.
up then. So
He
we're
does
getting
have a leg up
right.
because he's trying to tell you to block all their numbers right now. But in reality, it's when we review a piece of technology, we generally want to have both the technology vendor and someone who's wanting to use it, because with Bill, we get the full explanation of how it will integrate and how his pharmacy will do it. And anyone else that comes, if they say, well, we want to do this and we want to control it from, 4 states away, well, you can't do offsite order entry for a community pharmacy or like long-term care from over a state line for us. That's just the way our rule is written. So, even though he's in, Fort Smith, Van Buren area, if someone says, well, I want to do it from Roland, Oklahoma, they can't control this type of technology from over the state line because offsite order entry for the pharmacy doesn't work that way. So it gets fascinating quickly.
Complicated.
Yeah. Any other questions from board?
There's no other discussion. Do we want to entertain a motion? Would anyone like to make a motion to approve?
Again.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve their system for true care pharmacy.
Okay. We have a second.
Second, as presented.
Thank you, Dr. Kraus. All right, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
We'll be sure to give them their boxes back.
Sounded like you had a bunch of them, the way it was
Rattling around, yeah.
rattling around over there.
Thank you guys for coming in.
Yeah.
One more.
Actually, I spoke to you yesterday, and then I went.
Right in there. It's.
You bet.
I can get that at the break.
So how are y'all today?
Good, how about you?
We've got it on our tablets, I believe. But if we change our mind, we'll just call you in as soon as you sit down.
It's fine. Getting my steps in today.
Yeah. There you go. All right, if you guys want to tell us who you are, we'll kick this off.
Sounds good. I'm Elisa Shambly. I am the South Central Regional Director of Pharmacy, and I am licensed in the state of Arkansas, and my license is in good standing.
I'm Daniel Bright. I'm Director of Pharmacy of our Sherwood location, and also by extension, sort of over our remote pharmacy services here in Arkansas.
So
licensed in good standing.
Absolutely. I hope my license is in good standing, but I'm not going to check our system just in case. I'm usually the test person that they do all kinds of stuff to my license. I'm John Kirtley. I'm the Director of the Board of Pharmacy. Just to let you know a little bit about who you're talking to on this side of the table, myself, Dr. McCready, Ms. Vales, we're all staff members here at the Board of Pharmacy. We've got a couple of our inspector investigators in the room, and then of course, audience members. Everyone else on the right-hand side of the table, these are our board members who are decision makers here today. And I'll review real quick that my understanding is that this is never done that. This is a request to be able to do some offsite order entry basically after hours, and it's not to be able to do it from another brick and mortar facility. It's to be able to do it, from, secure login from home.
Correct. Currently, we are operating our remote services on site in the Sherwood facility for the 5 Arkansas hospitals in the Encompass system. Sure. So this is just requesting the expansion of that where those pharmacists could, if needed, work from home.
Okay. And to review, because the board has considered a couple of different companies, I'm sure you're familiar, like with Pipeline, and then I think even some of the Cardinal through COVID went to where it was not in a brick and mortar facility. The general questions that the board has about it, since you're already doing offsite order entry and it's approved, is, what type of security measures you have taken to be sure that there's not an exposure of HIPAA. I know Mr. Simpson's going to ask you about making sure that this is a cloud-based system, that there's not any actual information on the computer of the person. Is it a hospital issued computer only, that they're not just doing this on their home computer their kids are playing Minecraft on as well, that type of stuff? You don't mind giving us a quick overview?
Yeah, all very valid. So they would be on a company issued laptop, and that's the only way they would be able to access it via VPN. They would have company issued cell phones as well, where any phone calls with nursing to and from physicians would be on a company issued cell phone. And again, that would require VPN use on the cell phone.
And when we were authorized previously to do this in the hospital, one of the caveats they had was if it was a time when remote was not available, that you would allow pharmacists to log in from home in emergency situations. And again, on a company provided laptop and VPN. And one of the requirements was that we inspect the locations where this was happening, and we would continue to do that as well.
It would be a dedicated workspace, free from distraction, that sort of thing. So we would require that they have that set up in their house.
One question, are you
Are you requesting to only do it on emergency, or do you just want to make it available to do and y'all decide when you want to do it and when you don't? Because I think those are two different.
They are. So
We would take it as it would be an available option to them overall, not just emergency.
Okay.
That's
That's
correct.
what I was
Yeah.
thinking, because that would be.
So you said you're doing all of the remote at the Sherwood facility currently?
correct.
So Sherwood's the only, is it 20, it's the only 24/7 or?
But it also, our hours end, they're 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. on-site Sherwood pharmacists. So 4 p.m. is when our remote pharmacists currently come in on weekdays, and then they cover until 11 p.m. on weekdays. But they cover for Sherwood as well as the other 4 sites. I think with our current approval, it would theoretically be possible for that remote pharmacist to work from any of the 5 Arkansas sites.
Yes.
It's a little easier for me as the manager right now to have them based out of Sherwood or at least this area.
But it wasn't that it was 24/7 coverage, but it was expanded coverage compared to what the facilities had before.
Correct.
So we have some basic rules like, you can't use offsite order entry to replace people or to cut staff. It's only to add extra services. My understanding reading their request is basically they're wanting to be able to do the exact same thing, but if they don't have to be in that brick and mortar facility, they would have the ability other times that are not available now to add it, or to not have to have like that dedicated office space on site in the hospital for people that wanted to use the option of doing it from a home dedicated space or other office.
Could I get you to walk through an example? Let's say you've got your pharmacist at home and he's got your laptop and your cell phone. And just take me through the entire process of what would happen from that point on.
The expectation for this pharmacist is that they will be logged on in their dedicated workspace from the time they clock in until they clock out at 11 p.m. So they're available for all 5 Arkansas sites. So they'll first connect to the VPN, of course, on the laptop, and then they can, through the Citrix gateway, connect to our EMR system where they could verify orders.
So what's the pharmacist being asked to do?
So one of their primary functions is to verify orders. They also document on patients that are inbound from other acute care facilities. So since we're in acute inpatient rehab or subacute, post-acute care.
Okay, so you got an order coming in and the pharmacist is receiving it at home.
Correct.
And then what does the pharmacist do?
So they verify the accuracy of the order, safety of the order, any interactions or allergies of the order. And then they essentially release it to nursing, where nursing is able to give the medication out of our Pyxis machines that are on site in the hospital.
Okay. That's the piece that I didn't understand.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Thank you.
Sir.
Okay, so you're currently doing your remote verification from Sherwood until 11 p.m. at night. Is that Monday through Friday or 7 days a week?
So Monday through Friday, the shift is 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. Saturdays, it is 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. And Sundays, it's 1 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Okay, so up to
7-day week coverage, just kind of during those peak hours, sort of to get through any new admissions we might have during those times.
And the approval to do it in the home, are the hours going to stay the same? So I'm just asking, how do you view this as additive to what you're currently doing? More flexibility?
I think for us, the finding pharmacists, is becoming more challenging for us in the hiring. And so we kind of see this as a way to maintain and hire high quality pharmacists to provide the service.
I have a pharmacist right now that's out for some personal reasons. She's had some family issues going on, so I'm covering with PRN coverage. It just so happened yesterday I was talking to the PRN pharmacist filling in the RPS shift, let her know that we were coming to see the board about this today. And she said, gosh, well, I'd be able to pick up more shifts if I didn't have to travel in from Benton on the days that I was covering from 4 p.m. to 11. So I think that it gives us more opportunity to get coverage, good coverage of shifts, better retention of employees, and better recruitment of employees too, because they have that option to not necessarily drive in to be on site.
So what happens between the hours of 11 p.m. or 9 p.m. whenever you stop and then when you start again?
So in our particular practice setting, being post-acute, we do not have physicians on site 24/7. So most of our orders, when we've done analysis, we get very few orders between 11 PM and 7 AM. Nursing can, with a witness, override in the Pyxis machine an emergent medication. We also always have a pharmacist on call that is available for questions or to verify an order if there's ever any concern prior to administration. But our override percent is
Very
less
low.
than 1%
Very low.
at all 5 of these Arkansas hospitals.
We do, we also, that on-call pharmacist is also available to the remote pharmacist to assist if needed. If the order volume is just too much for them, if they have any sort of connectivity issues, then the expectation is that the on-call pharmacist would be called in and would be able to work and help.
Basically, their request is instead of only being able to do it within their hospital, being allowed to do it from a home dedicated space, as we have allowed out-of-state companies to let their pharmacists do previously. I mean, it's that simple.
Yeah.
We allow this with.
This is a hospital.
I'm confused as to one thing here.
Sure.
How would this differ from a local Arkansas pharmacist working from home?
Well, we have allowed that in hospitals through other third-party companies. I can't recall if we've ever done it for just a local hospital or not. We've done it where we know it happens during emergencies, but for a hospital to add services when there's not a pharmacist at the facility, many have done this. Just most of them have used an out-of-state company that takes care of the contract for them. They're trying to do it in-house.
So what would the difference between a hospital doing that and a regular retail pharmacy doing it?
So on the community pharmacy rules, there's two things, Harold. First of all, on hospitals, only pharmacists with a Arkansas license are allowed to do it. And therefore, when the rules were written back in 04, 05 on this, they were not written to where it had to be done from another hospital. In their instance, they were doing it from another hospital. On the community retail rule, the request was not only for pharmacists to be involved in that process, but also pharmacy technicians. So if we scan in, you bring in a prescription, we scan it, it could go into the cloud basically, and a pharmacy technician at another actual pharmacy could start the entry and a pharmacist somewhere else could verify it. Because in Arkansas, when that rule was written that involved both technicians and pharmacists, it was written to where that could only happen within a permitted pharmacy within the state. So the current rules do not allow any type of offsite order entry or manipulation for a retail store other than from another Arkansas retail store that's approved to do it.
Is there something special about a hospital? I understand our rule doesn't allow it now, but what's special about a hospital that lets the work from home deal work there, but not in a community pharmacy?
Well, the one thing that is quite different is that it's pharmacist only touching any of it. So it's a finite number of people that have passed the jurisprudence exam that have expertise. In the hospital side, it is much different in that these are orders that are coming in for patients to, generally you want a pharmacist to review them because they're reviewing to make sure if there are any errors in the order itself, anything that's inappropriate about the therapy for that patient, or any interactions with that therapy versus whatever else they're doing. They're doing a full clinical look to make sure that it's an appropriate order, and then they approve and release it in the system. In the old way of doing this, if there's no pharmacist availability for that in a hospital setting, and Dr. Jolly can correct me where I misspeak on this, there are times when the patient has to get the order, and if there's not pharmacist availability, then it just goes in the system without review, and the nursing staff can still pull that and dose that patient. So this is adding a safety check into the health systems that otherwise would not be there, yet the patient would still get the medication. On the retail side, you have to have the order entered by the pharmacy staff for it to actually print a label and prepare the med to be dispensed to the patient.
I would think from what you're saying, the immediacy effect would be the key difference.
I would agree with that. It's the immediacy of whether or not you have this safety check in there at all.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Sure.
I think the main difference at the root of the issue is, you know, a hospital has patients there, they're in your facility, you know, so you got to take care of them 24 hours a day.
The immediacy is the problem I have problems with, just because by and large, you're not dispensing anything any differently than you are in the community setting. It's just that somebody wants them to get it a little faster than somebody else.
Okay, so in terms of it being additive, would you say that if you don't have the flexibility and you have pharmacists recruiting issues, that you may not be able to provide remote order entry at some point, or are you hitting gaps where it's hard to cover?
I think that's the risk here, is if we don't have this with the current hiring market that we have, harder to find somebody. We might have gaps in this coverage where we might not be able to find somebody. And then it would be, you know, mentioning the immediacy, the only way that the nurse could get a pharmacist review of the order would be calling that on-call pharmacist, having them at that point start the process to connect to the VPN and log in. So there would be a delay if they want that pharmacist review for the order.
And without that coverage, you're going to be dealing with more override issues, potential safety issues without a pharmacist review of the order prior to administration. Okay. Any other questions or discussion? What is the will of the board?
I'd like to make a motion that we accept this software for Encompass Health.
I'll second.
So just to clarify, the motion is to approve the work from home offsite order entry request. Dr.
Yes,
Mitchell.
yes.
Okay, and then we have a second from Dr. Davenport. Okay, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for coming in. That is all we have until scheduled back at 1 p.m. Is that all right? Okay.